Hello, and welcome back to the Peculiar Place podcast.
This is a segment, Two V's in a Pod, and we're your hostesses. I'm Mandy.
And I'm Jessii. I hope you guys are doing well. We're back here in the studio, ready for another interesting podcast.
It's going to be an adventure.
A peculiar podcast. But first, we always want to thank our patrons for supporting us. Thank you guys so much. There's so much fun stuff going on over there. So many cool extra bonus videos.
Check it out. Check it out.
Check it out. Speaking of, the bonus video for this week is going to be a story time from Mandy about a creepy lady who came to her house.
Banged on the door a little too long.
Yeah, it's a really creepy story.
Yeah.
And I don't know how safe it is for YouTube because some of the things you're going to be mentioning is probably only Patreon safe. So if you want to see that story time or if you want to become a patron, we'll link everything down below or go to www.patreon.com/peculiarplacepodcast. See you there. So we're going to do some trending topics, or do you want to do your life update first?
It's up to you.
Okay, let's do trending topics first. This one is kind of controversial because the internet is sort of 50-50 split. At the People's Choice Awards, Billie Eilish was caught whispering to one of her celebrity friends. You haven't seen this?
No.
There was a camera there that she did not notice, and she was basically whispering to her friend. I'm not too sure which celebrity it was. It was a big celebrity too. And she was saying like something along the lines of, why are there so many TikTokers here? And kind of rolling her eyes about it, right? Here's where the internet is split. Some people are saying that she's so entitled for rolling her eyes and saying that about influencers. Other people are saying like, well, it should only be A-list celebrities. Why are influencers there?
Where was this?
People's Choice Awards, I believe. Some award show that happened like a week ago.
So what do people win at that?
I don't know. I don't watch these things, to be honest.
Okay. Because all I know is like the Oscars, the Grammys, and now like the SAG Awards.
But influencers are going to all of those things now. Here's my thing about it, okay? As much as people don't like it, influencers are a form of new celebrity, okay? It's everyone's on TikTok, everyone's on Instagram, everyone's on YouTube. Influencers, you could say, are just as popular as celebrities were back in the day.
Well, if you have millions of followers.
And those are the ones being invited, okay? I'm not being invited. People with like 8, 10, 20 million followers are the ones that are going, right?
I think that makes sense.
They're not micro influencers. They're huge. Some of these people have more followers than celebrities do now.
They're entertainers.
So
why
like,
shouldn't they go?
Listen, I love Billie Eilish, okay? Her music, I love her. But it is a slightly entitled thing to say we are all humans. And I feel like people who are defending Billie, if she is that annoyed with influencers with 10 million followers, what is she going to think about you?
Yeah.
A regular person, if you would say, right? What if you showed up there? Is she going to think you're the dirt on the ground? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, we're all humans, right? Don't we all deserve to have experiences and go places and stuff? Like, I know, you know, there's A-list celebrities, and they always will be, I think. But, like, influencers are the ones keeping you relevant. I mean, they're the ones dancing to Billie's new songs and making it super popular on TikTok. Like, we don't watch TV anymore. So all of these TikTokers are the ones showing us these award shows. I wouldn't even know they were happening unless I saw my favorite TikTokers or whatever going, right? All these influencers going. So they're kind of keeping the A-list relevant, in my opinion. And what do you think about it?
It's so hard to say when it's like, is it out of context? Are we entirely sure?
I'll show you the clip after.
Okay.
You could hear her clearly.
Oh, you can actually hear her say it?
Yes. It's not lip reading.
No,
she was kind of like, why are all these
TikToks here?
Yeah, TikTokers here. She kind of rolled her eyes.
That's so cringe.
Yeah,
That's so cringe when, like, the people made you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, like what you're saying. Like, I feel like you have to, like, humble yourself in a way. And I mean, I can understand it if it would suck if you're going to something where you're supposed to be sort of, like, comfortable and, like, there's, like, influencer fans, like, kind of fangirling over you and stuff. And maybe you think that for one night you could be with, like, the equivalent of, like, other people that are on the same level as you, and you don't really have to worry about, like, people fangirling you and whatever.
I get that.
So, like, maybe if the influencers that are there are being, like, annoying. But I also feel like if you have that many followers, 10 million plus followers, then you would be cool. Like, you would act, I don't know. I guess there's a certain way in which you should behave at these events,
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean,
Like, be cool.
yeah.
Be cool.
Exactly. I mean, I wonder how she's dealing with seeing that clip going everywhere, because it is really cringe.
That sucks.
Because she's allowed to think what she wants, but she can just then go home and talk to her close friends and family about how it was so annoying that influencers were there. But like the fact that she audibly sort of mentioned it is kind of cringe.
No, it's definitely not a good look.
Yeah, but it's weird because there have been some TikTokers, bigger ones. I think his name's Bryce Hall. I know nothing about him. I just know his name and I saw his clip. But he like went on TikTok and he said something like, you know, I really, really liked your music. I was a huge fan. But after seeing you say that, it makes me think differently of you. And I think it's because he was there too. And he got a lot of hate. A lot of hate. And now people are like making fun of him and like, listen, I don't even know who he is, but like, apparently that's a thing. Apparently can't speak out against Billie Eilish. Now I'm kind of scared.
It's because we're fans. Like, we love her. We listen to her music. We love her weirdness. We love her like kookiness, quirkiness.
Yeah, I love her.
And like, I always thought that she was such a relatable person, because like when you hear her talk about like, I don't know, forgetting the lyrics to something or like goofing on stage and like, you know, accidents happen and she kind of like fumbles sometimes, and like that can be kind of relatable and funny.
And she only became famous a handful of years ago because she's young. Like,
I know.
When I was first going to high school, she was like 12 years old. Sorry, not high school, college.
Yeah.
She was like 12 years old,
I
so she
know.
wasn't like famous yet. So like she's still a new sort of budding A-list.
Well, it's weird because when I was watching the SAG Awards last night, she was like being interviewed. And I remember thinking in my head, like, how, like, she must be such a cool person. And, like, I don't know, if you, like, were to meet her, it would just be, like, meeting in, like, another... I know it's always, like, meeting another human, but I'm sorry, like, meeting Barbra Streisand is, like, not, like, meeting another human. That's, like, legend, icon, starstruck. But if it was, like, Billie Eilish in a room, I feel like she's the type of girl that you could, like, kiki with. You know?
Yeah, no, totally. And like just thinking about the time that I went to the Stranger Things premiere and I was in a room full of A-list celebrities, we as influencers feel we don't belong already. You know what I mean?
I don't know, babe. I think that might just be a, like, humble you. Because we know people.
Sure, I guess.
We know influencers that, like, think they need to be there and deserve to be there and whatever.
I do not feel that way. So maybe it's just a me thing. I felt so awkward. Like, I felt so awkward being there. Like, every time I made eye contact with, like, one of the celebrities, I was like, are they going to, like, kick me out?
But you're humble, though. You're humble,
Well,
babe.
I'd like to think that a lot of people are, too, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know about that.
Anyways, though.
A lot of the people in those rooms are narcissistic.
Yeah. Anyway, Billie, remember where you came from?
Yeah.
You could have had a bad night. Listen, we all have bad nights. People can be irritating. Maybe you were bombarded by a ton of TikTokers. I don't know.
Maybe you're having a bad day.
Yeah.
Slipped up. It's okay.
Right. It's okay.
Mistakes happen.
Right. We all have our bad moments.
I was gonna say, it wasn't her best moment.
No.
I'm sure
but
she's
she can move
regretting
past this. Maybe do some collabs with TikTokers.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. Well, speaking about the People's Choice, why don't we talk about the SAG Awards while we're at it? You watched it. I didn't, but I did see some clips of it.
Okay, so I thought it was really cool because I don't even have cable anymore because I have like all the streaming services. Like, why do I need cable?
Yeah.
And Netflix did like a live.
Yeah, they never do that.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
It's unfiltered because it's Netflix, so like everyone's like can swear. Nothing is like off limits or like beeped out or whatever. So it was like interesting to see like these celebrities like be their natural selves and like not really have to like walk that line of like television. Like, national, you know, live TV that you would normally be watching on cable. It was very interesting, and it was in honor of Barbra Streisand, which was like amazing.
I love her.
After I literally was tearing up and like,
wait, she's still alive?
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness.
It was she won a lifetime achievement award.
And she deserves that for sure.
She's incredible.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's done all the things. She's like bulldozed the way for women in that industry and has given back so much and such a talent. I grew up watching Funny Girl and I loved every second of it, and I'm still obsessed with it, and I think that she's so beautiful and just like one of the best female singers in the whole world.
I'm surprised you didn't read her book. She came out with the autobiography or whatever you
No,
call it.
I haven't. Why are you putting me on blast?
Well, I don't know. I'm just surprised. Well, you can't even get through Crescent City right now. So.
I'm having a
Listen,
hard time.
you have a baby, so there's no.
I am having a hard time.
Excuse for sure.
And you know what? I would love to read her book. I've done like a lot of projects on her, like in school. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like I know a lot about her life and like what she went through and stuff. But no, I have yet to read her book. But I was like tearing up when she came on stage, and Luke was kind of laughing at me because I was literally like hyperventilating, like tearing up. But then
Aww.
it showed like the other people like in the crowd watching her, and they were all tearing up. Anne Hathaway was tearing up. I was like, oh yes, like amazing. And I also had a dream about her last night. I guess because I was just so like amazed.
Yeah.
And so proud of her and just so happy like that Barbara, I mean, life is changing in such a way. Like I feel like people are forgetting about these like icons. I don't know. With like new people coming into play and like music changing so much.
That's true.
And I just like think it's so important to remember like these people
Yeah.
that like paved the way.
Yeah, for sure. I agree completely.
And music has changed so much. And I just like really value that like old-timey music and like way of singing and whatever.
yeah.
Anyway, so I had a dream about her last night, and she was singing People, and I was right there standing there watching her, and it was amazing.
What's people?
People who need people
Oh, okay.
are the luckiest people.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's from Funny Girl.
Well, can we mention Anne Hathaway,
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, and what's the
The
last
other
one?
one.
Oh, I can't remember her name. Okay, the cast of Devil Wears Prada.
I know. It was incredible. I love that they do this. These, like, iconic people that made iconic things. Like, it wasn't just The Devil Wears Prada. It was, like, Modern Family, Breaking Bad.
They all come together.
Oh, my God.
again.
Lord of the Rings. Elijah Wood and...
They were there?
They, presented an award.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, my
you
gosh.
should have watched it.
I would cry.
Yeah. It's 20 years. 20 years since they won.
Oh.
So they came out and they presented.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should have watched it. I'm
You
so
should
upset now.
have.
I love them.
That was iconic. I literally have that written down because I was like, that was so nice to see that.
Okay, so what else happened? So Pedro Pascal was drunk and anxious on
Okay,
stage.
so we love him.
I love him
it?
too.
Can we just say we love him?
I love him in Game of Thrones, though.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that he's a friggin' hilarious person. You know that, like, partying with him would be lit.
Yeah.
Like, he gets lit, and he's funny.
Yeah.
But he, like, went on stage because he won an award.
I saw the clip of it. He was
Oh,
like,
you
I'm kind of
did?
drunk.
Yeah, he was like, I'm drunk. And then at first I thought he was, like, just, like, playing around.
Yeah.
Like, joking. But then at the end, he was, like, getting super choked up.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm about to have a panic attack. Bye. You saw it?
Yeah, I did. I saw it on TikTok.
And then,
Saw it on TikTok. You see? I'm seeing all this stuff from TikTok accounts.
oh, like, because you're saying,
Billy.
right. Well, I really heard about that.
I'm an
You feel
influencer.
attacked.
I'm an
You
influencer. I'll
feel
never be.
personally victimized by Regina George. Raise your hand.
Listen, I will never be invited to those things. But as
Okay,
an influencer.
if you are, please take me. Please take me.
Okay, we'll get the side eye from Billy. She'll see us and be like,
You know how amazing it would be
I'd be like,
to meet
"Hi,
all
Billy!"
those people? Oh my God. Cillian Murphy. Is it Cillian or Killian? Because everyone that night was calling him Killian Murphy.
it's Killian, I think.
I thought it was Cillian.
I've always said Killian Murphy.
Killian is how they pronounce his name all night.
Yeah, I've said that.
And he's a mood, let me just say.
Yeah, I know.
The way that he looks on TikTok, you know how he's like a meme?
Yeah.
He doesn't mean it. Like, he doesn't mean to come across that way. I feel like it's just his, like, what's it, like, resting.
Yeah, but sometimes I think he overplays it because have you seen that interview where the actual interviewer was like, listen, Killian, like, you're a meme on the
No, I
internet.
know.
And he was like, what's a meme? What do you mean, what's a meme?
No, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
I think it's real. I feel like he's just, like, a, like, old school guy.
You don't think he knows what a meme is?
No.
I think he
He's
overplays it.
Is he Irish?
I don't know.
I'm into it.
I don't
love
know.
him.
I love him too.
I love him.
Peaky Blinders.
He's really cool. Like, him as a person.
His vibe is cool.
He's very, like,
He's kind of
chill.
intimidating.
No.
I know, I think
you need
he
to
is.
watch No. I could see why you'd say that, but then watching him last night, talking to people and interviewers and all of that, like, he's just, like, very...
I guess I see him as Thomas Shelby.
No, but that's
Shelby.
he's such the opposite of that.
Okay.
In real life, he's like almost sleepy.
He's a little sleepy.
Like calm. He's a little sleepy. He's sleepy.
He's a little sleepy.
Sleepy. Can I just say, like, gorgeous people. Speaking of like high and mighty and like influencers and A-list celebrities and all of that shit. When I am sitting on my couch with my newborn with milk coming out of me and sweat and I'm a mess and the house is dirty and, you know, I'm juggling all kinds of things and I'm watching these award shows and I just kept like thinking to myself, like, is this the Hunger Games? Like, am I watching?
My gosh, yeah.
Like, they just wear the most insane outfits.
Yeah.
They get dressed to the nines, and every interview it's like, oh, Gucci made this custom for me. You know what I mean? And it's like...
It is very Hunger Games.
It is so Hunger Games, but we, like, eat it up. I don't know. We just, like, eat it up.
It's like a Black Mirror episode.
I need to watch The Bear, because they keep winning all kinds of awards.
What's
Have you
The
watched
Bear?
it? It's a show. It's on Disney+. Has Lip from Shameless in it.
Lip.
Philip.
Yes,
if you haven't watched Shameless, that's like you're the only one in the world.
We watched 5 or 6 episodes and I didn't hate it. I actually kind of enjoyed it, but we just never got back to it. I watched it at our old house and we just...
Luke and I got up to like season 9 or something and we just... As soon as Fiona left, we couldn't anymore.
Is that the main girl? Because have you heard the tea with that?
What?
Apparently her castmates are going on podcasts and stuff and saying she was very stuck up and a very hard person to work with.
Shameless?
Yeah, and apparently if she was in a mood, everyone, their whole day was ruined because she was just awful. Apparently,
Whoa.
allegedly, that's what they're all coming out to say. Like the girl who played her younger sister, I don't know how many siblings she has in the show.
Yeah, she has one younger sister.
Yeah, she's the one coming out talking about her. And she's like, you know, when I went on the show, like I really wanted to look up to her because she was older than me and she was just made us all feel terrible.
Debbie.
And she was saying how like she almost felt like she was trying to compete with her because like there was no calm, helpful vibes. It was all just chaotic. I was surprised to hear that because I like that girl in Phantom of the Opera. That's all I know her from, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, though. What were we saying?
Saying about The Bear.
Oh, The Bear.
The Bear won a bunch of awards. We need to watch it and then talk about it.
So is this a thriller? Is it a drama?
I think it's a drama comedy. I'm not sure.
It's not Cocaine Bear.
No. No.
I have no idea what this
You
bear
haven't
is.
heard, like, Yes, Chef?
Gordon Ramsay? Top Chef? Hell's Kitchen?
Top Chef?
What? Yes, Chef?
Yes, Chef.
Are they eating bears? Like,
No. It's about a restaurant.
called Bear?
I don't know what it's called. I think it's called Beef. I'm not sure.
Well, it's not Bear.
No,
It
but
could
it's
be
called,
beef.
But the show is called The Bear.
Oh, it's not the beef.
No.
Next trending topic is that AI can now replay your dreams for you, which is kind of terrifying. They have been doing clinical trials for a while where they have people sleeping. They put them in like, I don't know if it's MRI or CT scanners, but they go into this machine and it reads their brain waves and stuff and it comes up on a screen. And after you dream, the scientists will be like, what did you dream about? And they can see like the forms that your brain makes on their scanner. I don't know all the scientific terms for this, but let's say they said, I dreamed about a giraffe. They will then take those brain waves to the AI machine. They won't tell them what the dream was, and it'll create imagery. It's so close, Mandy.
Whoa.
So they did one about the giraffe, and it actually came up with the giraffe. The scenery was a bit different, but they can now tell like what your brain does when you're envisioning a giraffe. We'll put a picture up on the screen because I'll show the different trials they did of what the person was dreaming and then what it created.
How is anyone just dreaming about a giraffe?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because I'm telling you right now, I'm not dreaming about no giraffes. I'm dreaming about creepy old women with long
That's the
nails
thing.
scraping my arms.
Like, how would you describe that to the scientist? There was this old lady.
No, I have way too many dreams of old women running after me, pleading with me, and going like this. Like, and their nails are like scraping my arms. And they're like, no, come.
Where are they taking you?
I've had this, like, same dream. Not the same dream, but the same, like, similar, like, someone trying to, like, plead with me and, like, chasing after me and, like, won't let go of me and has long nails and I feel their nails scraping on my skin. And I've had this dream since, like, 2016.
And where are you when this is happening?
Anywhere, like public places, bus stations, subways, train stations, my house, my neighborhood, everywhere.
Is it the same lady every time?
It's never the same lady, but like could be the same soul of the lady. Like
Ew.
could be the same. It's like the similar character in my dreams.
And where does she want to take you?
I don't know. It's not like taking me. It's like more so like, I need to talk to you. Can you help me? Blah, blah, like stuff like that.
Talk to her.
No.
What if she has to tell you something important?
Ew! No, Jess. No. Don't you know you're not supposed to like talk to your dream characters?
Well, I do.
What do they say?
Wait, you never converse with people in your dreams?
People that like are normal, yeah, but not like the same character I see constantly in my dreams. And
Oh.
I'm trying to get away from her. I'm
No,
scared.
I talk to the scary ones.
What do you say?
I don't remember, but I don't like to do it, but my character self in my dream just does it all the time. I don't know why.
You know what we should do on the podcast one time?
What?
We should like go on Reddit or something and look at like the stories that people have to say about like astral projection and like what they've experienced and stuff.
Oh, yeah, true.
Lucid dreams, astral projection, like dream characters.
I remember you used to be so into that stuff, but then you found out it's super evil.
Well, it's scary, but the reason why it's scary is because it's real.
Yeah, and you're leaving your body kind of open to
Open
whatever.
vessel.
It's an open vessel. It's like
Yes.
Insidious.
It is Insidious.
Yeah.
That's why Insidious is like one of my favorite horror movies, because it is
It's realistic.
so scary.
Yeah.
And I believe it. I believe that shit can happen.
Okay, but the Tiny Tim music in that is not scary.
Like, we heard it in SpongeBob growing up.
Exactly, so maybe that's why it's not scary.
No.
The only thing that if I really think about it, so Tiny Tim, he died singing that song on stage. Like, he had a heart attack and
Ew,
collapsed.
yeah.
So,
I
like,
don't really like thinking about that.
when I think about that, I'm like, ugh.
I also feel like Tiny Tim was a really, like, happy person. And, like, what would he think about his song being in a horror movie?
Yeah, because he didn't make those songs to be scary.
No,
like,
he meant them to be really happy and
Yeah.
joyful.
I'm surprised they haven't made a documentary on him because they did it on Bob Ross. Have you seen the Bob Ross documentary?
No.
His life was so dark.
I heard that he had a dark life, but isn't there a conspiracy theory about him being involved in some kind of homicidal
No,
crime?
there's no homicidal crime, but he had affairs with people. No, like watch it. It's actually so interesting.
I have heard, Jess, that he would paint sites where he would drop bodies.
Allegedly.
Actually, I think I heard this on maybe the Shane Dawson podcast. His brother was saying something about there's a conspiracy about the stuff he would paint would be like crime scene sites.
So those creepy old cabins he would paint. Did you
I
realize
don't know, you're more of a fan than I am.
he would put a creepy sort of cabin in every single one of his paintings?
Oh, I didn't know. I
And it's
thought he would
weird.
just paint
Because
nature.
the cabin would kind of always look the same, but it would just be in different landscapes. So maybe he's like hinting. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
no,
Listen,
it's a conspiracy. It's not a
It's
fact.
not real.
It's a conspiracy that it's like a creepy
listen,
spin on his
I love Bob
paintings.
Ross. Even after seeing that documentary and knowing that he wasn't the greatest person at times, I still love him. And at the end, I cried my eyes out because he died of cancer, and like his son was like the only one left to like take over his legacy, but even he didn't continue because of all these outside factors, people trying to take their money and everything. It's so sad. I cried. I bawled my eyes out.
It's just funny because he's just such a character in himself, like his hair.
Gotta beat the devil out of it. Wait, he would say that. Whenever he cleaned off his brush, he would smash it against like a post or whatever, and he'd say, "You gotta beat the devil out of it."
I said his hair, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying a random quote. You don't want to beat the devil out of his hair.
I was just wondering what the hell, why you said that. I love the like Halloween costumes of like him in like a painting, like in couples costumes.
I want to do that with Ty.
Why haven't you?
We
You would be
should.
the painting.
I
right?
would, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm shorter. It makes sense.
Yeah. Either way would be funny. You'd look like Moot.
I would look like Moot with the afro.
You would look like
So
Moot.
I basically have a Bob Ross costume
You
already.
are Bob Ross.
I do love painting.
Yeah, you do.
There is this trend right now. Try to say these phrases without sounding sarcastic.
I can't, but let's go. That's great. Good for you. Have fun.
You sound like Barbie. Have fun.
Fascinating. Wait, you should be telling me if it's good or not.
So far, they've been fine.
Okay. Thanks for that is definitely, like...
Try your best.
Because why else would you say that if it wasn't sarcastic?
Try and be as positive as possible.
Okay. Thanks for that.
That actually sounded pretty good.
Okay. I'm trying really hard right now. Well done, you.
Who speaks like that?
I would never say well done, you.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
No, that was terrible.
Wait, let me try it again. Good luck with that.
Better.
Okay. It's all about, like, the pitch.
I know.
Sounds thrilling.
Yeah, I believe that.
Okay. What a shame.
Yeah. You're actually doing good. When Ty was saying these, it was not.
Was he trying, though?
He was trying.
Okay. Wow. Maybe you should do them. I want to see you do them.
That's great.
That's good. Thumbs up.
Good for you.
That's good.
Have fun.
No. You lost
Have
that.
fun.
No, you failed that one.
Fascinating.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Thanks for that.
That's good.
I think it's also about the eyebrows.
Yeah, it's your eyes. I'm looking into your soul through your eyes.
Well done, you.
It's just such a weird thing to say.
I know.
But yeah,
Good luck with that.
that was good.
Yeah, because it kind of goes up at the end. Sounds thrilling.
That was really good, Jess.
Okay.
Aw.
What a shame. What a shame.
Yeah. What a shame.
Wow.
The
These
wow
are
was kind
hard.
of hard.
They're
Yeah,
so
but
hard.
you did really well.
Okay, you did too.
Good job, you.
Does that mean we're fake?
No.
Because that means we could fake it.
No.
Because we're not feeling these emotions right now.
No, I'm trying really hard because...
That's what I mean. We're trying really hard.
But what my mindset is I don't want to come across as... What is
Sarcastic.
Sarcastic? I don't want to come across as sarcastic.
Yeah.
So I'm not being fake.
Fascinating. I think it's harder
Sounds
to make it
thrilling.
more believable. Anyway.
Yeah.
Apple Vision Pro. Have you seen these people
I think I've heard about this.
walking around with basically ski masks
Yeah.
all through the town doing this? Like, it's so strange. Is this what the future is?
Yeah.
Have you seen, like, inside, like, what it looks like to people?
No.
It just looks like your phone, but you can also see everything, and then your apps are just, like, kind of floating in the air wherever you're looking. And I've seen people, like, read, like, we'll put a picture up of what books look like. The book is in front of you, and you can just flip the pages, and you even have a chance to, like, put any sort of background behind it, like mountains, whatever, like any sort of scenario that you want to be in while you're reading. You can do that too. I see people, like, especially in LA, I think it's becoming more normalized, like just walking down, like ordering a coffee, and like they're ordering it and they're also like checking their emails, and like it's just weird because your hand's up but you're still like in a ski mask.
But you doing it presses the buttons?
Yeah,
How does it know?
I guess it has sensors in front of you, right? So it kind of knows where you're pointing. I don't know.
This is, like, we don't need this. This is too much.
It'd almost be better if you just got like contacts that did that.
That's even worse.
Well, that's
like,
pretty Black Mirror.
I was gonna say.
I think that was an episode of Black Mirror.
It was.
They had like a replay button and he saw his wife cheating on him or something.
Season
1, I think.
Creepy.
Would you wear one of these around?
No.
I'd be
I feel
afraid.
like I'd look so dumb.
Or that it would like trick you and you're not actually like looking at your actual surroundings or something. I don't know. And you just walk like into like a creepy area.
Ew. No, that's the thing though too. Like even when we go to like those arcades and they like have those like the
VR.
goggles. Yeah, VR. I don't like that because I'm like in a public place with strangers and I'm making myself vulnerable by not being able to see or hear my surroundings.
Do you remember when I was kicked off the Disney World ride?
Kicked off?
It was like Aladdin's magic carpet ride.
What
and
happened?
you were there and we each had to sit on like a fake magic carpet. We had to put on these VR headsets.
Okay.
You don't remember this?
Not really.
And in the game, you're like on Aladdin's magic carpet and you're like kind of going through the creepy tunnels and stuff.
Okay.
And I could not separate the virtual reality from what was real. Like I did not understand that I wasn't actually in this world. And I started screaming and crying and I couldn't get the headset off. And so I upset all the other kids in the place.
I do remember this.
And we had to stop mid like game and the guy was like, hey, you guys have to like leave.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And then mom at the time was at some like Disney club. Remember, like drinking?
What?
And it was just like us with dad.
Okay, no, I don't remember that. I don't remember mom going to the club at Disney World.
Yeah, they had like an adults area.
She just went alone, and dad was with us.
I don't know. Or maybe I don't know.
Maybe it was grandma and grandpa with us, and mom and dad went to the club.
Oh, maybe. I don't remember, but I remember crying.
Going to the club at Disney World?
Yeah, they have an adults area. Anyway, I don't think I'm good with VR.
Clearly not.
Okay, I had salad bowl realizations.
Okay.
This weekend. Let me rephrase that. Facebook Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
It's a strange world.
But it can be great, though.
Yeah. People will buy anything.
And so will I.
Have you bought something before?
Oh, yeah. I buy things on there. I sell things on there.
I've never bought. I only sell. I listed a pink stainless steel salad bowl. It's small. We'll show a picture. It holds 8 cups. Okay? It has a top on it, so you could take it to work. Whatever. I got it in one of my FabFitFun subscription boxes, and I don't need a pink salad bowl. I have one at home already. It's not pink, it's just silver. So I was like, I'll just put it on Facebook Marketplace, okay? I looked online, they sell them for $60. They're expensive because I think it's like beautifully pink and like whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'll put it on for $20 because it's unopened. It still has the packaging around it, whatever. Mandy, when I tell you this is the most popular item I've ever listed, I was getting messages every 60 seconds. I'm not kidding you. Ty and I were looking at my phone, and it was like bing, 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 bing. It showed me that I had 2,500 people interested in 48 hours. Mandy, this was so popular that like I didn't even know who I was talking to anymore because I was getting so many messages. I didn't even know who was who anymore. So I gave one woman the address and hoped to God that she would come because I couldn't even find her messages afterwards. I was like, come at 1 o'clock. She did. And Ty was like, I should have told her how lucky she was to get this salad bowl. Mandy, people were offering me $100 to save it for them. It was insane. Someone was asking me to drive it to 2 hours from where I was. I'm like, I'm not doing that for $20.
I get that. For
people from the States found it. Can you even do that? And they were asking to ship it. Like, I was telling people, like, listen, like, it's sold. And they were like, do you have another one? Like, how much can I? I'm like, guys, it's on Amazon. Like, just go on Amazon and buy it.
Yeah.
Mandy, it's crazy.
Is it expensive online?
It's $60.
$20 for a brand new one.
Okay,
That's
but
pretty
come
great.
on. It's insane. It's insane. People will buy anything. It makes me want to go through my whole
Should have
house.
listed it for $40.
I told Ty that. I'm like, people are offering me $100 because the lady was already coming. So I was like, listen, like, it's on hold. Like, someone's coming. I'll give you
$100 when they could get it online for $60?
They're like, I'll give you $100. And I'm like, sorry, like, someone's on their way. The amount of people who offered me double.
The good thing about Facebook Marketplace is once you've sold an item, you can archive all of the conversations related to that item.
Like, they go away?
They go away. Archive.
I did not do that.
Why didn't you do that?
And now my whole inbox is full of 1,000 messages from people wanting a salad bowl.
It asks you when you put sold. It says sold, yes, on Facebook Marketplace,
I don't
yes.
think you believe me.
I do believe you.
I need to just scroll.
I sold a vintage.
So the pink is all the salad bowl.
Can I see a picture of this salad
bowl? Many people! Like, and it was in 48 hours. Sure, I'll show you a photo of it.
I want to see the salad bowl.
Listen, it's cute.
I want to see what the hype is.
But it's a salad bowl.
It's not that great.
It's just a pink salad bowl.
I mean, it's cute. It's cute.
Do I need to start a business?
I don't know why anyone would spend $60 on that, but...
Do I need to start a business for pink or pastel colored salad bowls? Because I'll do it. If this is the demand...
We're going to start selling them at the store.
Honestly, maybe.
Maybe we should.
I watched Don't Worry, Darling over the weekend. I'm only bringing it up because I cannot believe I took so long to watch it.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that online, it has really bad reviews.
I didn't love it.
Oh, I really liked it.
No.
Like, speaking of Black Mirror, it was very Black Mirror. It has Florence Pugh. It has Harry Styles. So all the girlies were watching for Harry Styles.
Florence Pugh carried that movie on her back.
If you haven't seen it, I don't even know how to describe it. It takes place in the 50s, and it's about, housewives sending off their hubbies to work, and it quickly becomes sort of like a cult vibe because all the men seem to be in on something and the women are just kind of left out, and the main character, Florence, starts to realize something's not quite right, and there's a huge twist.
It was a very interesting premise and plot. It feels like something that if men could do, they would.
If you know the twist.
Yeah. I just feel like it wasn't executed properly. I feel like I said, Florence Pugh was perfection, like usual. But everything else, I don't know. I don't know. And the guy who runs it was good, but...
Chris Pine.
Mm-hmm.
I love Chris Pine.
He's good. He's good in everything.
Are you a Harry Styles girly?
No.
Me either. And I never listened to...
I like his music. I'm
listened.
fine with it, but I'm not a huge fan, no.
No. I don't know. This is going to be kind of dark, but did you hear about Ruby Franke's sentence?
No.
She was officially sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Good.
Yeah, it should be longer, but yeah. 30 years is a good amount of time. Like, it's long. I mean, I'm sure she'll be eligible for...
She's going to be like 80 when she gets out.
I'm sure she'll be out sooner. You know how it works for white Karens.
Yeah.
She'll be out in 2 years. But yeah, at least this is a good start, I think. But she did this like weird speech. Like after they gave her sentencing, she was like, "Can I just say something?" And like she wrote like a speech, and people were saying that like it sounds like she was like up there speaking at the Oscars, because she was like, "I would just like to thank blah 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 and blah blah blah, and I also want to thank my whatever blah blah blah." Like she was like thanking all of her like parole officers and like her lawyers, and like it was so weird. People were like, "Why are you doing like an acceptance speech?" Like it was so weird.
I accept this sentence.
I don't know. With
honor.
Super weird. Anyways, speaking about Facebook, I have a neighborhood Facebook group. I feel like most people probably follow like their town's group chat. You know what I mean? Facebook has anyone's sort of neighborhood or town online. And people are unhinged. And I've been following it now for, 9 months. And I've just been keeping track of like posts that I think are a little bit strange.
Okay.
People are odd. And these are all real, okay? Someone was asking if they can drop off their used food at the food bank. And they said, for example, jam. That's disgusting. Is that not weird to you?
It's better than nothing, I guess.
No. You don't do that. Unopened food goes to food banks.
Okay, no. As a food bank, I would not accept anything open, because you never know if it was tampered with. You don't know what they're putting in there. You don't know what kind of diseases they have.
It's different, though, if it's like a box of granola bars, because each piece is like fully covered.
Yeah.
If you're sending in jam that has a quarter left in there and all the sides are all crackled up, you know, like when it sits in the fridge.
Okay,
and,
I wasn't thinking of it like that.
Like their example to me, like I think I wouldn't have cared about this post too much, but the fact that they were like, for example, jam. That's the worst thing to bring to someone opened. It's already a weird texture. You got crumbs in there from your bread.
Ew.
Like, what?
Jess,
who would think of
what
this?
do you, like, why are you eating jam like that?
Well, I don't eat jam, but like...
scoop the jam out and put it on something. Nothing goes in the jam container, ever.
You just don't know what people are doing.
No, I know, but that's why they wouldn't accept anything open, because you don't know what creepy people, crazy people trying to poison you.
It just seemed like an obvious question. It's probably with good intentions.
I think so.
But like...
I get a good vibe.
The whole point is not for you to bring all of your like expired old open food. Like these people need actual food, you know?
Yeah.
Like actual unopened food. Anyway, this is word for word. For $200, I'll pose as a marriage counselor and tell your wife she's wrong about everything. And Mandy, people were up for it. People were commenting like, DM me. Isn't that crazy?
That's one way to make money.
That's awful.
That's one way to make money.
That is awful. That's got to be illegal too.
Yeah.
To pose as one?
But I guess if one of them
know?
Yeah.
That's awful.
That makes them bad.
This I find weird, because I see this at least once a week. Is anyone available to pick up my kids from school? These are strangers, miss. And then people like random, like Toby will be like, I'm available after 4. And she's like, okay, can you DM me? What?
I'm available after 4.
Are you kidding me? And it's all these like weird men that are like, I'm available. I don't work that day. Ugh.
I can't believe this.
There's services that you can actually get licensed babysitters and like people that will do that for you. Not Facebook.
Yeah, or just like get yourself acquainted with other moms at the school.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
The school probably even has programs and stuff. Like,
yeah.
What do you mean? I'd rather an Uber driver pick up my kid than ask someone random on Facebook.
Yeah.
Once a week, Mandy. I see this. Does anybody have any spare breast milk I can borrow? I need it for my kid's eye infection. It's different if it was just they needed breast milk for their baby. They want it for their kid's eye infection.
Okay.
No. You're going to defend this?
No. I'm not defending somebody else's stranger's breast milk, but breast milk does heal. Do you know that people put breast milk in their ears for ear infections?
Yes, but usually you use your own.
No, that's what I'm saying. A stranger's is the problem. But you were like eye infection, so I wasn't sure which one was tripping you up. What part?
The eye infection with a stranger's breast milk is tripping me up. And the fact that, like, you can just go to Shoppers Drug Mart and get eye drops over the counter.
Yeah.
Am I being too judgmental? Because
No.
I feel like, am I crazy?
People donate their breast milk. You can go to a place that it's, like, certified safe.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Just some on Facebook, just some random breast milk that is very strange. Yes.
And then people were commenting, like, yeah, I've had some frozen for 8 months if you want to come and thaw it. And, like, putting that in your eye as strangers?
Yeah.
Mandy, I wouldn't even use yours to clear my eye infection. I love you, but I would not just be stuffing anyone's milk in my eyes.
Why do you gotta bring me into this?
Well, I'm just saying, like, you're my sister and I wouldn't be putting breast milk in my eye. Would you? Would Luca, if he had an eye infection, would he be like, just pass me a little bit of that milk?
I don't know about eye infections. I just know that a lot of people use breast milk for healing purposes, and I've heard a lot about like ear infections.
Okay,
and
would
stuff like
Luca
that.
put-
I think I just need to do more research.
Would Luca put your breast milk in his ear? Or would he first go and get drops?
I don't know.
If all else failed, sure. Give me that milk.
Open up.
If we were in a crisis, sure. Would I be happy about it? No. Would we never talk about it again? Yeah.
I think it is sort of a last resort thing, yes.
Like if they were out of stock, I'd call you up.
That's great.
I found this post about a man who found this strange rock in his backyard and he was trying to sell it for $300, claiming it was probably a meteorite. It was a weirdly shapen gray rock that he found in his backyard that he thought could have been.
Do you need some milk?
Yeah. He thought could have been a meteorite because he
I mean,
dug it up.
If you saw a random weird rock all of a sudden in your backyard, you'd
We
be
have.
like, where did it come from?
No, he dug it up because he was building something in his backyard. So he like dug it up. It was underground.
Okay.
It didn't just
could
appear
be.
there. Are you defending him?
It could be.
$300 for a could be?
But some people are like experts.
Listen, get it tested. Take it in to a, what are the people, rock people? Not a meteorologist. That's weather, right? Maybe they would know though. They're a meteorologist.
Chad. A meteorologist is a weather person.
It's not?
It's a weather person.
Yeah, that's what I said.
They're not rock people.
A meteorologist.
Bring it to NASA, okay?
It's a meteor.
Bring it to NASA.
Exactly. But he's selling it for $300.
Okay. You do you, Pooh.
You do you. Get that bag. I could find any rock and do the same thing. We found tons of rocks in our backyard doing our whole, like, dig out for the pool.
They could have been meteorites.
At least he's honest. He's like, it
Is
could
that
be.
what it's called? Meteorites?
Meteorites. Meteorologists.
Or
Meteors. Are we saying it wrong?
meteorite.
Meteors. Meteors?
Wait, but is it meteorite?
So then what's a meteor?
Short form.
Are we stupid?
Oh, we're gonna get all kinds of men on this podcast and being like all these idiots.
These idiots.
What are they
women.
talking about? They don't even know what a meteor is.
Hey, this is the one that I saw last week. Does anyone have a skeleton I can borrow for a school project? And what's funny about it is that most people were like, well, I'm not going to work tomorrow, so you can use mine. Just make sure it's back by 9 a.m.
They were making jokes.
Yeah.
Aw.
'Cause I don't know if they meant like skeleton, like a fake
Like a fake
Halloween,
one.
or if they mean like skeleton for
No,
science class.
I'm gonna say Halloween decor.
Hopefully. Then Mandy's going to tell her creepy lady story for the Patreon clip. So stay tuned. Link down below. Do you want to give an update on Ophelia leaving the newborn phase?
2 weeks from now, she will no longer be considered a newborn, which is so sad.
Yeah.
And she's like getting so big now. I guess just like what I've learned and what I've observed and experienced, I'm so like thankful and grateful for especially that first week when all hands were on deck. Everyone just kind of had shifts of like, okay, like Mandy and Luca are gonna like get a nap in and we're gonna watch Ophelia, or like bringing meals, cooking in the house, helping out with that. It was just so amazing to have that help. It's just like PSA for people. Like if you in your life, a friend or a family member who has like a newborn, especially if they had like a traumatic birth experience, like a C-section, and they're like recovering at the same time. I understand like you want to see the baby.
Yeah.
But I just like, there's just been certain people in my life that like almost feel like entitled to seeing my kid, but like not in like any kind of helpful way.
Especially instead of asking.
Yeah.
They almost just say like,
tell you.
I'm coming.
They
like,
tell you.
Pick a date, I'm coming.
Yeah. And they like pressure you.
Yeah.
Whereas I've had friends who they'll tell me, let us know when you're ready. Let us know when you're ready for a visit.
I love that.
Or I have people in my life that were like, I'm bringing you a meal. I can drop it off at the door. And then, you know, if someone's bringing me a meal, okay, come in, see the baby, whatever. But I'm not hosting you. You know what I mean? And like, I just feel like when you're in the trenches of like postpartum newborn life, your house is a mess, you're a mess, you haven't showered, you haven't slept, you're not hosting anybody. Yeah. So I don't understand this like mindset for some people where they just like feel like they can invite themselves over,
it's just entitlement,
empty-handed, and they just want to like hold the baby. You know, and it's like I don't know, I don't get it. Thankfully I haven't had too many of those. And then it's also like respecting the parents' decision as far as like their kid's health goes. Yeah. Because for me, since I had her like dead of winter, beginning of January, I was very worried about her getting sick, RSV, the flu, cold, COVID, whatever. I was very strict on like, okay, we're not going to take her anywhere. We're just going to keep her in the house. Yeah. Anyone who comes over, they're going to wash, sanitize their hands, wear a mask when they're holding her. And, like, I feel like for the most part, like, people that are closest to me, you, mom, dad, whatever, were very, like, respectful of that and didn't question it or anything. But, like, it's just so crazy how, like, A, some people get so angry about the mask thing. Yeah. And B, there are people in my life that are, like, anxious to meet her and like want to know when. Yeah. And like if I show up somewhere without her, they're kind of like, where is she? And then they kind of give me a look of like, well, why didn't you bring her? Like, when are we gonna meet her? And it's like, when I want you to meet her. Yeah. And it's gonna be soon. It's not like you're never gonna see her. No, I just want, here's the thing, babies don't get their vaccines, their first set of vaccines, because there's multiple that they have to get up until like 6 months. Their first set of vaccines happens at 8 weeks. Yeah. 8 weeks. Okay? That's like 2 months.
And that's so fair to wait till then, Mandy.
Yeah.
And people who love you and actually care about you will understand.
But can you imagine, like, a baby getting sick like that is very, very scary. Yeah. It could be deadly for them. And I've seen so many videos on, like, TikTok and stuff of, like, awareness of, like, RSV and all that. And, like, I see these little babies, like, struggling to breathe. And they have to be, like, hooked up to, like...
I know. It's awful.
I can't even imagine it being a newborn, too. Brand new. Struggling like that.
Some people just won't know until it either directly affects them or they're really close to someone who has a baby. Because otherwise, like, people just don't care
or
to consider
they had their babies, like, 35 years ago.
And don't remember.
They just, we didn't care about that back then.
Right.
When Nana and Poppy came over took pictures of, like, holding her and they were wearing masks. And they posted on Facebook and some guy commented, like, why are you wearing a mask?
I saw that too. Yeah. And Nana was like, well, it's flu season.
Yeah, it's a brand new baby. I remember she was only like 8 days old.
People are pressed about the COVID thing, and it's like, even if COVID didn't exist, it is good to be masked around a newborn, and if you're just not feeling well. Like, why does it have to be a whole anti-COVID thing now? Like, just wear a mask.
I'm not even thinking about COVID.
But
I'm
those
thinking
people
about
are.
RSV and like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want her to get sick.
Yeah, but the people who are mad about it are thinking it's a COVID thing.
It's a COVID thing.
But it's
Go
not.
get over COVID.
It's
blah,
not
blah,
that.
blah. It's like, dude, I just don't, like, I'm not trying to get my
COVID's
kids
the last of your worries.
No, I'm not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's a newborn.
Yeah.
In the winter, I would feel very, very differently if it was summertime right now. But like dead of winter.
Everyone's sick right now. Everyone has a cold.
Yeah.
COVID or not, everyone's sick. So.
Fresh after the holidays.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so valid, Mandy.
I just feel like everyone needs to just like, for like new moms, new parents with their babies, just be like very chill about the decisions that they make and just like go with the flow, be respectful.
Yeah.
And then if you really want to see the baby, make a meal and show up.
Bring something.
Like, don't come empty-handed.
Yeah.
Come ready to do some laundry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you really want to see the baby. And I mean, anybody who did that for me, they got to see the baby.
Yeah.
Bring lunch.
Bring something. Do
you
something.
Know, freezer meals.
Yeah. It's easy.
You know,
Totally
help out.
agree.
But that's like my takeaway. And like life has just changed a lot. Like when it comes to like friends and like hanging out, going out, making plans. I have to get ready, like give myself even extra more time in the morning or whatever if I have to go somewhere or do something because everything takes a little bit longer with her.
Yeah.
All of a sudden she has a meltdown. All of a sudden she needs to eat. All of a sudden she needs a diaper change, has a blowout, has to be changed, cleaned up. Anything could happen within that hour of like me trying to get ready and do my makeup and whatever. So everything takes a little bit longer.
And even you being separated from her, like when you came to my birthday dinner and stuff, like that's
I
a
cried.
hard
I cried.
transition.
I had fun the first hour.
And then you're like, okay,
And then I was like, I want to go home now. Like,
yeah, I get that.
other than that, everything's been pretty great.
Yeah.
Enjoying mom life.
You should do like a big update for each kind of segment
Phase.
of whatever, every 2 months or whatever. And
Every phase.
yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, she's not going to be my little newborn anymore. I'm sad, but I'm also excited because I want her to be, like, I want her to grow and be healthy and have an immune system. And I can't wait for her to be able to, like,
Smile.
she's smiling.
But like, you know when they like laugh at things?
Like a baby laugh?
Yeah, I'm excited for like the laughter and stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I
the
can't
laughing,
wait.
I can't
Yeah.
wait. Can't wait for that.
So we're gonna do some Reddit Am I the Asshole, and then we'll do a Love is Blind recap. So obviously I've read these. You're gonna listen, you're gonna say if you think they're the asshole or not, and then I'll tell you the general population's response. So this first one says, am I the asshole for begging my girlfriend to uphold a sexist tradition just so she can make a good first impression? I have a big family that's incredibly close. We have big family dinners every few months where we all meet at my great-grandfather's estate and eat together. Typically how this works is that the women go cook for the time they're there and the men don't, which I'm fully aware is sexist as hell. If a woman refuses to cook, it goes bad. They get completely ostracized. They're not spoken to by anyone, etc. This dinner will be in 2 weeks, and my girlfriend was asked if she would attend. Initially, she said yes, which is great. I want for her to meet everyone and for everyone to get used to her being around. But when I explained to her the tradition, she was understandably bothered. I told her that I understand where she was coming from. However, it was best for everyone if she just played along. I told her this isn't a permanent thing and that I am only asking her to do this so that she can avoid bad treatment from the rest of the family. This is her first impression, and I don't think it's best if we cause any waves. She told me it's unacceptable, and that if she has to do that, she will not be going. I've tried to find a compromise with her on this, but she won't budge, and she's pissed at me. Am I the asshole?
Yeah. Let's break these generational curses.
Yeah.
Let's stop these, like, traditions.
And, like, stick up for your woman.
But that's what I was going to say. Like, let's break this tradition.
Yeah. Start now.
Yeah.
Why keep going with it?
Why, what does it say about you that you are a man that plays into it? Like, you should be like, I don't want my girlfriend having to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want our kids having to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want our kids' having to do this. Therefore, I'm putting a stop to it.
Like, he's saying, like, oh, it's just this once. It's not permanent. But if you introduce her that way and she goes along with it, you're setting up what it's going to be like. What's the point of doing that and then one day being like, actually, we're not going to do it anymore? That's almost worse.
I'm curious to know the like culture of this.
Yeah, me too.
Like what tradition from
Yeah,
where.
because in some cultures it is more...
Especially European.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even in our family, not that it's enforced, but I feel like women just...
But most families, most families are like that.
Like, in my household, like, Ty cooks and cleans mostly. Like, I'll be straight up. And he doesn't complain. He's very sweet about it. And it's kind of because our dynamic is, like, I do work more. And so he is so sweet and will take over more of the house duties. Sure. We love that, and that's how we work. And it's not weird. And that's just how it is, right? I think whatever works, works. But, yeah, you don't have to go with these weird generational...
No.
Traditions.
That's break the wheel.
Especially, like, it's so weird, like, you're bringing your girlfriend and then you're making her work the first time your family sees her. That's so weird. And not to say she can't, like, help with dishes after.
No.
Or, like, whatever, but, like, to be, like, get in the kitchen.
No,
you can't leave.
He made it clear that it's very serious.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to go either if I was her.
No, I'd be like, hell to no.
Am I the asshole for not punishing my 7-year-old daughter for her play relationships? My husband and I have a 7-year-old daughter together, Layla. A few months ago, Layla got a boyfriend, Lucas. They are both 7, so it's obviously not a real relationship. They just hold hands sometimes, and they drew each other hearts for Valentine's Day. This week, Layla was apparently holding hands with another boy, who also sent Layla a Valentine's Day love letter, and Lucas took offense to it. We found out because Lucas's parents called to tell us that Lucas won't be coming over to us this Saturday like it was originally planned because he's mad at Layla. My husband wants to punish Layla and wants me to have a talk with her about faithfulness. At first, I thought he was joking, but no, he was serious. He says that Layla cheated on Lucas and I, as her mother, should be doing something about it. I told my husband that Layla is 7, not a cheater, and I won't treat her as such. He then accused me of raising a cheater and encouraged the bad behavior. And for encouraging the bad behavior. Am I the asshole for not wanting to punish Layla?
No, that's so weird.
She's 7. She's 7. A cheater? Are you serious?
That's like unhinged.
Yeah.
This man is unwell.
He's unwell.
This man is unwell.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Oh my gosh, I feel bad for her.
I think, like, in this situation, all you have to do is tell Layla, like, you know, Lucas is your friend. Just make sure you include him and don't make him feel left out.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a friend thing. You don't have to make it a relationship thing. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything else? Should we move on? I think it's so weird.
I just think it's completely unhinged and crazy and weird.
Super wrong, super weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, like, if Ophelia came home at 7 and she was like, I have a boyfriend, you'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's cute.
You're not going to be like, are you treating him well? Like, she's 7.
I'd be like, if you have 3 boyfriends, good for you, girl.
Yeah, you just laugh. You'd probably be like, okay, 3 boyfriends, you do you, girl.
How many boyfriends do you have now?
Yeah, it's just silly.
They're just kids.
They haven't developed
No, they're just kids. They're just cuties.
Am I the asshole for sending my daughter to school in her pajamas? This is also 7 years old. My 7-year-old daughter, Elsie, has recently started to make mornings more difficult by throwing a fit when we ask her to get dressed for school. My wife leaves for work before me, so I'm normally the one who has to deal with the tantrums in the morning. I woke Elsie up, and as always, she refused to get dressed. I wasn't really in the mood to deal with her bullshit, and I didn't have the energy to fight with her about it. So I told her I'll just take her to school in her pajamas. We got in the car, and she was more quiet than usual, so I could tell she wasn't really sure what to think about it. But after a while of driving, I guess the realization set in, and she told me she wanted to go home and change into real clothes.
Oh.
I told her she had already made her decision, and I wasn't driving her back home now. She started freaking out, saying she wanted me to drive back home, and she didn't want to go to school in her pajamas. But I wasn't turning the car around, so we arrived at school, and she eventually went in. After my wife came home from collecting her from school, she looked pissed off and went off on me. She started saying that I had embarrassed her and made us look like bad parents who can't be bothered to dress our daughter. Am I the asshole?
I'm conflicted.
Okay.
I feel like some of the way that he was describing this was a little harsh. I mean, it's your kid. What bullshit? You're going to talk about your kid and say bullshit in the same sentence. Anyway, well, she'll never do it again.
What's the thing? I mean, she's going to learn.
I feel like sometimes parents, if you're like really at the end of your rope and at the end of your patience, like, you would do something drastic like that, and it's not like maybe your proudest moment.
But then she won't be fussy in the morning
she
anymore.
Won't do it again.
But, like, why not bring a change of clothes?
I was gonna say, I don't think I would have had my kid go into the school with her pajamas on. That's a little much. But like I said, I mean, I can't judge. She'll never do it again. That's the point.
I almost would, and I'm not a parent, but I would probably put her actual clothes in her backpack, go to her teacher, and be like, she did not want to get dressed this morning. So I have her clothes in her backpack. There you go. End of story. And then she can change if she wants to. Mm-hmm. Right? And then you don't look like a bad parent.
Yeah, that's definitely more in hindsight.
Yeah.
Maybe in the moment.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard, but...
The general consensus was that no, he was not the asshole.
Yeah, I don't think he's the asshole.
Anyways, I like these.
Yeah, right? Fun.
They're good. So Love is Blind recap. Just so you guys know, this is going to be the last 2 episodes, or 3 episodes? 2 or 3 episodes that aired. So if you're not caught up...
The second set of episodes.
Yeah. If you're not caught up, spoilers, just so you know.
I'm really sad about Kenneth and Brittany.
Yeah, we were like raving about Kenneth last week.
I'm really sad because I was really rooting for them. I like them both. Although he seemed a little different. He seemed a little awkward and different, and like he wasn't very into Brittany.
People think that he got into his head after his conversation with AD.
That's what it seemed like.
It became like a race thing, you know?
Yeah.
Which sucks, because I mean, like, try it yourself, you know? Don't base things off of other conversations.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed that they, like, split.
Yeah.
So early on.
And the fact that he was just on his phone the whole time, like, he did speak out about that and said he just got a bad edit and that he wasn't on his phone the whole time. And I think even she came out and was like, he wasn't like that the whole time. They just made it look like that.
Really?
So I don't know.
She just seems like a really wonderful person.
Yeah.
Though. She really seems sweet and cute, and I hope that she finds happiness.
Yeah, she seemed like the nicest girl there, for sure.
Yeah, she really did.
Yeah.
Quite the catch.
And if he tried, I think they would have been good together.
Jimmy and Chelsea.
He called her clingy.
And the whole thing about the sex.
Oh, yeah. Oh. And how she initiates it all the time and he just can't take it anymore.
He needs a breather from that, too.
Why not just say you're not into her, dude?
I think that they're both a problem. Because I think he is super shallow. He's really into looks. I don't like his... I don't like him at all.
Yeah.
I don't like him at all. Like,
but I don't like her either.
Ick. I think that he's shallow, and I think he's fake and a liar. I think he would cheat the first second he gets.
Well, the fact that he sent what's-her-face a Facebook...
And everything is written all over his face. And, like, I think if you're with somebody and they complain to you about, like, the sex...
Yeah.
Like,
that'd be it for me.
Bye.
Yeah.
You're never getting any again.
No.
Bye.
Because then how can you continue to have sex knowing that, like, does he not want to have this right now?
I think that she is incredibly insecure. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a problem. Because
she'll take anything.
I don't like the way that she whines when she's sorry. Like,
no.
You're too old.
Yeah, I know.
Clingy. Like, you don't even tell me that you love me.
You sound just like her.
I can't with that whining.
Yeah.
At first, I was like,
she really has valid
rooting
points.
For her. I was really rooting for her at the beginning. I'm like, oh, like she's too good for him.
Yeah.
But then, like when she does that frown and you don't even tell me.
Yeah.
Girl, get up. Like the queen you are, and get the hell out of that apartment and never look back.
I was hoping she would, like, snap back and, like, do something.
If she was confident, you know how much sexier that is?
Yeah.
You know? It doesn't even matter, like, your size, your looks, your anything. Like, confidence elevates you.
Well, people were saying that when the pods first opened, like, the doors, when they had the reveal, if she stood there and, like, looked at him and then did, like, a strut, he would have...
Strutted.
But I think she was insecure, and that's why she did her little, like,
weird
dinosaur run.
Yeah.
To get it over with.
That was bad.
So, yeah, it's all about how you portray yourself, you know?
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm looking forward to her conversation with the other guy that she was into.
Oh, but have you heard the drama about him?
What's the drama?
So apparently, this is all alleged, some girl came out and said that they were together and he applied to the show while they were together, and he admitted to her that it was for a boost in his business and for his Instagram account. And so she was with him while he was auditioning, and she knew he got the thing, and she was still with him while he was actually on the show.
No.
And she has, like, pictures of them together and stuff. So, like, apparently it was all, like, fake. But I liked him, so I'm like, I hope this is all just not real. He hasn't spoken about it yet, but she seems really legit. And she's really pretty. So.
Why does it seem like AD is not that into Clay? Have you noticed this?
Yeah, the way she was watching him eat or put his food away, she was like...
Well, he was like stacking it up in a way that it would be easy for the waitress to get it. I was thinking, like, I do the same thing.
Yeah, she was looking at him like, what are you doing?
He seems a little unhinged too, though, because like, why is his biggest fear like,
cheating.
What if I cheat? Don't.
Yeah.
Don't cheat.
He's making it like a generational thing, like we catch what our parents' decisions are, you know? Like, oh, my dad cheated, so I'm probably gonna cheat. Like, you don't have to do that.
No.
So weird.
It's very strange. And I don't think that she's very into him either.
And then the whole birth control conversation with, I don't even know what their names are. I don't really care about them that much.
Actually, I think that they're, like, probably the best couple in this show right now.
I think his birth control thing was a red flag.
Well, he doesn't want to have a kid. He's worried about...
Valid, but like the way he approached that, like she's got to sort that out.
Right.
Was weird.
But that's why, like, when she was like, well, there's things that you can do as a man,
yeah, exactly.
but like men never want to do it.
Yeah.
Which is a problem.
Yeah. I
think that she's completely valid in not wanting to do it because I relate.
Yeah.
I haven't been on birth control in like 7 years.
The pill is so bad for you. Even the little, what's the thing that goes in?
Oh, the IUD?
Yeah, those are awful too.
I know.
There's no good method aside from condoms.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I've been off birth control since like 2017 and I've been fine.
By the way,
until now.
Speak to your doctor.
Yeah. This is, personal experience. I forget what their names are now, but the blonde girl and that like sort of nerdy guy with the Hawaiian shirts.
I forgot about them. Right. He like cheated on her.
Well, we don't know that for sure.
Right. Allegedly.
You know how she was talking about like the icks?
Yeah.
And the Hawaiian shirt thing? So, like...
That was kind of mean.
But, like, I kind of relate.
Okay.
I think you can, like, maybe look past certain things, but some things you just... If they turn you off, though, maybe it's a change of, like, perspective, but, like, let me just say, in my past, like, in, like, high school, I got icks so many times, and, like, I would, like, drop guys for, like, icks that I would have, such as...
Like?
So the way that one person ate sushi... I went on a date with him, and the way that he ate sushi, I
weird.
Dropped him after. Because
was he just taking handfuls of it?
So he was eating it with his hands.
I do that.
Okay. He was eating it with his hands, and it was like a mess. His area was like full of crumbs, and my area was crystal clean. And I'm not saying like, whatever, but like I couldn't.
Right.
And then there was this other guy that I dropped because he would wear every single day the same yellow hat. No matter where we were, no matter what he was wearing, no matter what, this yellow hat was always on him.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about him.
Yeah. He wore this yellow hat every single day. And then even when I wasn't, like, with him, because I was only with him for, like, a day, and he wouldn't take it off, so he was like, no, this is a deal breaker, this is my yellow hat.
I remember that.
And, like, I dropped it because I'm like, okay, well, if you're not going to get rid of the yellow hat, I can't with you.
And to this day, he still wears the yellow hat.
No, but like I went to high school with him, and for the full 4 years,
he wore that hat.
Yellow hat every day, bright yellow hat.
Well,
all I'm saying is, it might sound shallow, but an ick is an ick.
Well, you're allowed to feel the way you want to feel and be attracted to certain things and not attracted to others. I mean, it's the human brain.
I don't know. Some things I just can't get past. I like her. I like her a lot.
She's okay.
I think she's cool.
Anyways, I guess we'll find out, when is it, Wednesday?
We'll chat some more next time about it.
Anyways, we're gonna get going. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget the Patreon exclusive video is linked down below. And we have some pretty creepy stuff to talk about next week.
Yeah.
Some pretty scary topics that Mandy actually brought up. We're not gonna spoil it, but like,
I'm excited.
Stay tuned for next week.
Excited.
Anyways, have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you in our next podcast.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.